me take you on a trip. Just a simple journey.
Psalms 4. Answer me when I call to you, my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long will you people turn my glory into shame? How long will you love delusions and seek false gods? Know that the Lord has set apart his faithful servant for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Tremble and do not sin when you are on your beds. Search your hearts and be silent. Offer the sacrifices of the righteous and trust the Lord. Many, Lord, are asking, who will bring us prosperity? Let the light of your face shine on us. Fill my heart with joy when their gain and their new wine abound. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Alright everybody, welcome to my channel, Susan Diamond Paints. So I'm going to be doing our second 350 square looks like here. I have to branch it off. I found a tray that I have for rounds. I was like, crap, maybe start using that tray. And then I was thinking, well, I'll start using this tray. Then I'm going to have to find the Etsy store where I purchased it, so I can give y'all the Etsy store where I purchased it. I'm sure you've seen trays like this before. I got it for squares, but I think it works a little bit better for rounds because of the way the size the rounds are. So I'm going to pour some more of my Ease out of the bag because it's just that many and there's no point in pouring it out of the container. It's just being done that way. Should have left them all in the big bags in there and just put the small bags in the container, but at any rate. Alright, I'm going to shake this around. I'll show it to you here in a minute after I get these things situated. Get to a degree here. Alright, I think that's as best as it's going to be. Alright, so there. Here's the tray. I'm going to freeze it a little bit. Here's the tray. Of course, I got too many beads in here, but I can pick off of the side maybe. And get them all down on one side. Okay, we'll do it. We'll deal with the, there we go. We'll go that way. Alright, so I'm going to do my edge here again. So we'll do that. So that's, I know that's 5. Alright, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my 10. So 1, 2, 3, oh wait. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Come on. Stick it there. Sticky there. Come on, stupid glue dot. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Alright, there we go. Hey, look, y'all got a Disney song. Just kidding. Alright, this is the one the glue dot wants to go everywhere but in the pen here. So I'm going to roll it around a little bit, see if I can get it to stick better. This one's pushed down, and I'll have to get it out, see if I can roll it a little bit. Alright, so, concentration again. So, let's see here. We're going to come down this side first. This is my border right here. So we have a little bit of other colors here. V is, let me see on my chart here. V is 762. That's that little bit of off-white. I'll have to pull it out of the container, I'm sure. I'm sure I have a bag of it too. Okay, so let me get myself started again, y'all. Bear with me. Just gotta create my coloring box. Oops. Get on there. And then I can talk to you a little bit. Hope you enjoyed the video from Monday night. I would say last night, but I told y'all when I started recording this, I'm recording this all on the same day. Y'all just get the video the next day. So this is Tuesday's video. Tuesday's video of 350 drills completed. Dun dun dun. On our Disney paint along. So, yeah, what am I gonna talk to you about? Finished the book Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Finally figured out how to say her last name. I think it's only because I paid attention in the audible narration that I was listening to. Then when I finished it, the narrator or the audible narrator mentioned what the author's name is. And then I started another YA series. Now the Fourth Wing's second book won't be out until November. So I have to wait until then for it to come out. And it did leave me on somewhat of a cliffhanger. Not a, oh my gosh, I can't wait till November, I'm gonna die cliffhanger, but it's still a cliffhanger. It's kind of like some information you get and you're like, what the hell? And I said when I was listening to the audio, so I'm listening to the audio and I'm diamond painting. And I was like, well, shit, is that how it is? And it was a weekend, so I had to wait till Monday to talk to my friend Mary about it. But she hadn't finished it yet, so she's like, I'll finish it tonight. It's okay, because she was on me about, reading it with her. And then I finished it before she did, but she did finish it, and then we talked about it on Tuesday. And she was dumbfounded as much as I was, so. And she started a book, and I can't remember what she told me she started, but she'll finish it, I think she finished it yesterday. That was Friday. She had her half day Friday, so she said she was going to read. So I'm pretty sure she finished it. But I started From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Entremont. I got her last name told to me during the audible narration, so that's how I have her last name right, because in looking at it, I wouldn't be able to tell you that's what it was. But I'm listening to it. I'm on obviously the first book. Don't have too much more to listen to, maybe 4 hours or so. And then I'll finish it and go on to the second book. And I can't remember what the title is of the second book, but I'm really liking it. It's good. I listen to a lot of, right now I'm listening to a lot of YA. So yeah, I started it. I enjoy it. Now I don't know if she finished that one or not. Now look at that glue dot got on my drill. Shame on you. Get in there. Get your little sticky butt back in there. I don't know if she's finished it or not. I think she started. I know she started the first. I know she read the first one. Not started, read. Because she was asking me about how I felt about it and didn't like it, and I told her, yeah, I like it. I like it. So. But she said, I think further, as the book goes, people complained about how slow it was and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Gives me something to listen to while I work, especially when I'm trying to concentrate on some things. Now, there are some other things I have to really concentrate on. I can't listen to anything but music, and that's when I listen to Interstellar, the soundtrack. It's my favorite soundtrack right now. It's been my favorite soundtrack for a while now. That's what I call my concentration music, and I could crank at it pretty good and be alright and listen to it. And I'm coming down across the bottom here. Oh me. So yeah, so I started that and listening to that. Yesterday was June the 30th. Like I said, you guys will have this video Tuesday night. This will be the 4th of July. That I'll be talking to you about, today's July 1st, me recording it, so you'll get it later in the week. That's just the way it is, y'all, because during the weeknights is when I work on my custom diamond painting. I got 4, 3 of them, I've told you 3 are 50 by 75, 4th one's 50 by 50. I don't know, that one might be my last one that I do. I might do the 50s by 75s first. At any rate, I have to take my water break. If I don't, I'll get congested and won't be able to talk to you. Going up the side now. Just picking my beads out of my little squarey holes, or the rounds. But anyway, yesterday was June 30th. Missed out on the first one because I didn't know about it until I saw it on a blog posting, or I think I saw it on a Facebook group posting first. And it was Fill Up Your Kindle Day is what it was. But all ebook sellers did it. So Amazon did it. Now Amazon has their dates for theirs, so it's every 3 months. So the first one was March, I'm going to say March 31st, the end of the month. It might have been March 30th. I'm not really sure. And then this one was June 30th. The next one will be 9/30. June, July, August. 3 months from June. 6, 9, 30. And then December 30th. I almost want to say it's the 30th that they're doing this. But anyway, it's Fill Up Your Kindle. Meaning they'll have books that will be for free, ebooks for free. So I filled up on my Kindle. I also, Barnes & Noble was doing it. So I got on their page, their free ebooks, and filled up for the Nook app. And then Kobo Books was doing it. And I'm trying to think who else. Apple Books, iBooks, I don't know what Apple does. And I think, I almost want to say Google Books was doing the same. Anybody think that as an ebook retailer will have this? Because I think it's pretty much, it's not, you know, pretty much it's not the retailer, those who sell the ebooks, but the publishing house that's going to put these for free. So all of the retailers, ebook retailers, are the ones that had these. So all you just do is look for free ebooks. So I got a crap ton on my Nook, and I got a crap ton on my Kindle. And it was just looking at like what would I read. So now I'm about to do a series of Fill Up Your Kindle or Nook or whatever, and talk to you about whatever I read that came from that, because it'll be a book that I own, not part of my Kindle Unlimited reads. I like my Kindle Unlimited, but that one goes out in July, so I'm hoping Prime Day has a discount on Kindle Unlimited. That was what I was doing before, getting my Kindle Unlimited subscription through Prime Day, because I'd get a discount on it. It's like you pay like $100-something, I think, for 2 years worth. So I was doing that a lot. But now I'm on the 6-month page, or the page with the discount for 6 months, I think. No, I did a year. No, I did 6 months, because that was a fiasco in itself. Because I learned the hard way, you don't get subscribed. Here's what you do not do with Kindle Unlimited. And I know I've said this in a video before, but hey, y'all are part of my Disney Pal people. Yeah, my Disney Pal people. Okay. Hey, we're Musketeers. Okay. I get so tickled with myself. Alright, anyway. Alright, Musketeers. My Musketeers people. Y'all probably haven't heard of this, because you'd have to go back to a couple, I don't know how many videos ago. It's a lot, I'll tell you that much, to hear this story. So, Kindle Unlimited. And I will start off by saying the following. I have 2 Kindle Fires. One's newer than the other. It's kind of one of these things, I'm stupid. But it's, I like the Fires because, you know, you can look at magazines on the Fires. It's kind of like a tablet, a little tablet. It's little. It's not like a big screen, but for older people, you need to have the big screen because I got to have the bigger font. Ooh. I also have, I don't have a Nook anymore. I did when the Nooks first came out. I got one of those. But I have tablets. I have 2 tablets. One tablet's old. That's what I would use for my pattern keeper, because that's where I have it. It's on my old one, so I'll have to use it there. Or I'll have to pay for it again. For my newer tablet, but I have a Samsung tablet. to those of you that are Apple people, more props to you. Go right ahead and knock yourself out. I don't like Apple. I think Apple's a freaking monster. They are very limited on their stuff, and here's what I'm going to say with that. My Samsung tablet, and I almost went to say the new one's a 32 gig, but I can put an SD card on it, and it's a 128 gig SD card. You know, the SD cards now are getting bigger, even though they're still smaller. I think there's even like 256 gigs now that are on the small ones, small cards. But no, I have a 128 gig card in it from my previous tablet. I took the card out, and when I got my new tablet, I put my card in because I had books on my card, and that would open up in my new tablet. So, because that you can add memory space to the tablet as opposed to Apple, because Apple you can't. At least not that I know of, not in the iPads right now, but you know, if somebody has an iPad can tell me differently if Apple is allowing you to add memory to your tablets. I don't think they do. I think you have to buy it that way, and you're paying your arm and a leg for that anyway. And trust me, I understand, Black Friday and sales and things of that nature. I'm not beating anybody up. I just personally do not like Apple for the following reasons. Now, I had an iPod. I actually had 2 iPods. If we're going to get technical, I'll tell you I had 3. And that was the Classic, because the Classic holds more. My husband is a music aficionado. He has over 40 gigs of music. So that's, thousands of albums, thousands and thousands of songs, bukus of artists. Me just likes all types of music. There's some he doesn't like, classical and opera, and no big fan of Broadway, but that's okay. I'll listen to all that. So we each had a Classic, and because that's the 120 gig iPod, that's where he kept all his music. Until he started hating Apple and iTunes, and Apple's tagging for music sucks, because it's tagging stuff wrong, or at least according to my husband, it's tagging stuff wrong. So I told him, so you tag it how you want to. So he uses Media Monkey now. That's his media for his music. See, I was talking about Kindle, and now I'm going to Apple and iPods. Anyway, and tablets and all that jazz. That's how the story goes. And I'll have to come back and wrap up my Kindle Unlimited story. But anyway, so he uses Media Monkey. That way he can tag it how he wants to, and that's how he puts all his music together and his genres and all that good stuff. So, then I got an iPod Touch. I got a Touch. That's what I got. And I used the crap out of that thing, because that's when I had my audiobooks on, and that's how I listened, hook it up to my car and my radio, and that's how I listened to audiobooks driving back and forth to work. And I could get like an hour's worth of an audiobook every day. So I was using that. And I used it until the following happened. Eventually, Apple decides that we will no longer support your device because we will no longer offer the upgrades for it. Your software upgrades, your iOS software upgrades. And with things of, apps, extra things that you can get, by that time Audible had the Plus catalog, which with a subscription, you can listen to their Plus items for free. So you can add it to your library and listen to it anytime you want to, as long as it's part of the Plus catalog thing. Once it comes out of the Plus catalog, then you can't do that anymore. But anyway, and podcasts. Audible was starting to do podcasts then too. So I could not download any podcast or get any books out of the Plus catalog onto my iPod because my iPod's operating system was so out of date that it couldn't upgrade or update the Audible app. So I couldn't get the new stuff. So that bummed me out. So I was like, crap, I gotta get a new iPod. So, you know, you have to fork the money out and pay crazy amounts of money, I think, for an iPod. But that's really the only there are other MP4 media player 4 players out there, which is starts really spending money more than, you know, what you want for what you're going to do it for. When you can use your phone, but you know, that's a whole nother story. Because my phone wasn't that smart then. My phone's smart now, and that's where I got my Audible app. At any rate, so I had to get a new iPod. So I did. The newer iPod Touch, I think it was a 64 gig. That was plenty enough, I felt like, for my audiobooks for the Audible. Because I wouldn't download like a whole crap ton of them, because I only listened to one audiobook at a time. So, you know, it would hold on to the bigger audiobooks that I had. So, until I did the following, and let me expressly say this. Do not do the following. Do not leave your iPod in a hot car, because it will ruin the iPod, and that's what happened to me. It ruined my iPod. So much so it disgusted me so bad. But anyway, so at that point, I was like, I'm done. I'm not getting any more. I'm just through with Apple. And the first tablet I ever had was the iPad. And I had to get somewhat decent size because, you know, I got books. I like lots of books. I was reading then. I don't like what happened afterwards, but, you know. So, yeah. Then, my husband got me, I had been looking at him and it takes me a little bit. I have to really look at something to decide, yeah, I really want this. And he got me a tablet for Christmas. Best gift ever. Oh my gosh, I thanked him, I think, for 6 months after getting that gift. I was like, this is the best gift ever. Best gift ever. Best, you know. Because I was reading, I had the memory card on there, I could put wherever I wanted to, I was playing games, I was doing the whole 9 yards on my tablet. Now, I get the Amazon Fires through the Prime Day because they're so cheap. I mean, $70, you can't beat that for a tablet. I mean, for, you know, a Fire, an Amazon Fire. That just, yeah, no. I think this year for the Prime Day, though, I'm going to get an Echo Show, I think, for the bedroom, and bring the tap out here, because the tap's what I have. And it's good, you know, but I think a show would be awesome to have in our bedroom and have time, and I can do the time like really big numbers, because I can't see without my contact lenses, because, you know, I'm that blind. But yeah, I think on Prime Day I'm going to wait to see what the Echo Shows look like. Prices for those. But yeah, on Prime Day is when I got my discount on my Fire. And I needed the newer Fire because I had the old Fire, and you know, Amazon's just as bad as Apple. Samsung's the same way. You only get to a certain part where it won't update anymore, and that's when you know it's time to get a new one. But I can go longer on my Samsung tablet than I can on Apple, because I feel like Apple is like every 2 or 3 years they decide, nope, you need the new one, so here, we're going to get it where you can't update it anymore, you can't access anything anymore, you can't do this, blah, blah. And here's how you know on anything. When it tells you, especially for Amazon, through their Kindle app, and I almost want to say Audible does the same thing because Amazon owns Audible, that when it tells you you can't purchase this item from this device, you know that your device is old, and if it doesn't have an operating system update, it's time to get a new one. And I think that's where my tablet is right now. But I still use it. It still works. I'm still good right now. I don't think there's anything on the apps that I'm missing out on. But yeah, so I have a tablet, and that's where my Kindle Unlimited, that's where my Kindle app sits, and that's where my Barnes & Noble app will be sitting, because I don't think I have the Nook on it right now. I had to do a hard reset on my tablet because it was easier because I was running out of space and I wasn't moving my game apps to my SD card like I should have, so I just did a really hard reset on it. So reset it to factory, and then I just started adding things that I felt like I needed as opposed to wanted. So I didn't, and then you can move your apps to your SD card, and there you go. So I don't think I have the Nook on there. I might have it on there, but I don't think I have the app on there. So I gotta put the app on there, so cross your fingers and toes that I'm able to download the app. And it doesn't tell me that my tablet's too old. So, at any rate, that's where I got my free books yesterday from my Nook and my Kindle. So back to Kindle Unlimited, back to the original story that I had. I told y'all. Because once I get concentration going on what I'm doing, then I'll start rambling, and there we go. But, so, Kindle Unlimited. So when I got my first Kindle, when Kindle Unlimited came out, I bought it for 2 years. So I'll try it out for 2 years, see how I like it, and we'll go with it. Well, during that 2-year period, Amazon would have their Prime Days. And they were still doing the discounts on the Kindle Unlimited because at that point in time it was still new. They're still trying to sell it. They're, still trying to get you to buy it and go with it. And so I was giving myself gift subscriptions. So I'd buy it, gift it to myself, and then I have another 2 years. So now I'm sitting with a Kindle subscription that's 4 years old. That I have 4 years on it. So, I'd wait a year, and then I'd be like, okay, let's do this again. Let's go Prime Day. Let's go the Kindle 2-year subscription. Gift it to myself. See how it goes. Well, I was coming out of the end of it. After this, 6 year stint? I don't know. And I was going to get ready to gift it to myself again, another 2 years, because the Prime Day I bought it discounted, But I was waiting to add it for my subscription to come out so I can add it. Well, it got stuck coming out. So much so that it expired in November. And every time I would add it, it wouldn't let me have it. And it just kept on, and it just would not renew. And I'd gifted it to myself. Return window had come and gone on it because, I bought it like last year's Prime Day, because this was 2022, I think, when this happened. This past year. I can't remember if it was this past year or 2021. I can't remember. Sorry, y'all. Gotta drink more water. I don't know. I guess it was last year. I don't know. And some of this horrendous you'd remember. I feel like it was 2021. Any rate, it might have been 22. January. Yeah, November 2021 is when it was over. It didn't kick out. It kept me stuck in it. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't borrow anything. I couldn't do anything. The Kindle subscription. My 2 year wouldn't kick in. It wouldn't do anything. Sorry, y'all. I have to get me some water. I'm drinking seltzer water, so I don't think it's helping too much. So I'm going to put you on a brief pause, and I'll come back. So I think y'all had actually given me some water, real water, bottled water. And I got a couple of mints in my mouth, so hopefully that will help. At any rate, so I had to get with Amazon and use their contact us help support feature. They had to send it to their IT people because they couldn't figure it out either. Because the lady helped me. She was like, "Hey, well, let's do a 3-month, and we'll see what happens." It's okay. And I'd buy it, and then we'd try to put it on, and nothing. And that's what she told me. She said, "You know, so we're gonna have to get our IT people involved." I said, "Okay." I said, "Meanwhile, I said, I got this 2-year subscription that I can't use." So they gave me my money back on that, which props to Amazon for that. Because the return window on that had expired, but I couldn't use it, and it wasn't taking it. And she was afraid it wasn't going to take it anyway. So, called with IT people. Now, this had to be a phone conversation. It wasn't so much now we were contacting back and forth through email. This, you know, it was a phone conversation by then. Trying to get this figured out on how to fix it. So, finally got it fixed. And I kept the link that she gave me that gives me the discount on the 6 months. Because it doesn't give you the, I'm almost safe if it gives you the discount on the year or not. But I don't think so. So I went ahead and did the 6 months one. And it's up in July. So I'll go back to, hopefully I still have the link. So I can go back and get a discounted price. Or wait. Because Prime Day comes first. Before my Kindle Unlimited expires. I think I'm gonna say yeah, then it expires in July, but I gotta look. It might expire in June. Well, I don't know if it expired in June to be done already. So it's July. So yeah. So don't gift it to yourself so many times you get yourself stuck in the subscription. I gotta get more water, y'all. My mints are peppermint candies. Not big piece of candy, but you know, little chips, but they're ice chips. Is what they're called. But at any rate. So yeah. So let me shake some more down in here. There you go. You look a little prettier now. Okay. So, yeah. But yeah, I have Kindle Unlimited, and I use that a lot. And you need to read a lot with that. I'm reading a book right now that's through the Unlimited called Inked. So, tattoo artist, girl. Crazy boss. Finds out he's not from this world and there's another world. And she's not who she thinks she is. And she finds out different things about herself. But anyway, I'm reading that right now. And it's a series. And I like it so far, so reading that on my Kindle Unlimited. But at any rate, so yeah. Has the fill your Kindle, Nook, Kobo Books. I'm trying to think what else is the e-reader, Google, whatever their version is. I don't think iTunes, Apple has a reader version, but they have a store that sells books, digital e-books. So maybe I will start reading those books and then talk to you about those. About this is what I got for free. It sucked really bad. I hope not. It's for free, so I can't complain too much. I didn't pay for it. It's free. But I think it's also to get you exposed to different authors. You know, if you do like them. And that's what has happened to me. There are a few authors that I've read through the Kindle Unlimited app that I really like a lot. And then I read all their books, all theirs. One I need to really start reading again. I feel by the wayside that is what it is. So, yeah, that's what I did yesterday. I filled up my Nook and my Kindle app. Not physical apps, but through the store. And speaking of that is, I did not realize that Barnes & Noble has an audiobook service. Like Audible. So if you pay like, I want to say it's like $15, $14, $12.99, something like that a month. And you get one free a month. So you're paying like $14, I guess $14.99, $12, $13, $14, somewhere in there. 99 cents. $12.99, $13.99, $14.99 for an audiobook. You can spend up to $30 for an audiobook. I do Audible's 2-year. No, I'm doing the one. I did 1 year. I did 1 year this year. I was doing, it was a Christmas present to myself, I was doing the 2-year 24 credits up front so that I could decide what I wanted to spend it on. So like if you start a series, instead of waiting month to month to month to fill it up, I could get whatever, how many I needed right then and there, and have them all 3 or 4, whatever many it is, together. But then, for that, why I went lower, why I stopped doing the 24 year or the 2-year 24 credit one time, was because Audible would only let you roll over 12 at the end of the year, and I had gotten where I had more than 24. They weren't going to roll over because Audible said you got too many. And they're going to expire, so you need to use them by this certain date. To which my friend Mary's my book person. Mary helps me out on Goodreads. She reads a lot of YA, and I'm fine with that because, to be quite honest, there's a crap ton of really good YA out there. So if you're a young adult, I mean, me personally, it doesn't matter how old you are. It does for those based on if you're a child. I think you need to be older to read these because of the sexual content for one and the language for the other. But if you're older, I personally think you'll like them. I personally like them, but you know, that's just me. I'm just telling you. But anyway, she helped me out. She helped me spend all those credits that wouldn't roll over, and I got a crap ton of YA stuff. So that's how I'm listening to it right now. Because From Blood and Ash is one of the, I think it's one of the series that she told me to get, and I have it on Audible. So that's what I'm listening to. I mean, I'm a Court of Thorn and Roses from Sarah J. Maas, and Throne of Glass series from Sarah J. Maas. I read all those. Yeah, that's what I read, and I've enjoyed it. I have Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon on Audible. If you want this is to my romance people. If you want a time traveling Romeo and Juliet type story, not where, you know, Romeo dies, but to me it's just that true time traveling romance through the ages. We're talking about 8 books in the series. They are long books. Because the audible narrations are long. But yeah, the books are long. I think I read the first one, but I do better on those by listening. But I do have all the books, all the ebooks on my Nook app. That's where I first started reading them. That's why I got some of the books on my Nook app, because I really need to start reading the books I have on my Nook app that I purchased for myself and read those. But true, just a romantic story with time traveling. That's how I have to preface it, because Outlander starts, and this is what the Star's TV show is based off of the book Outlander. Some it's loosely based because they changed some things, but you know, it's still, to me, an amazing show on Stars. Starts at the end of World War II. The end of World War II. Claire and her husband, her husband's Frank. I had to think, Claire and Frank. Frank is a historian. He's finding out information about his past. Claire's parents died when she was young. She lived with her uncle. So she has a different upbringing background than what Frank has. Excuse me, y'all. It just got dusty. And that's where I can tell that my throat's doing its thing. It makes my nose run. And that's just where we are. I'm gonna get some more water. Not the sparkling kind, the water kind. So, yeah. Starts at the end of World War II. She's a nurse in the war. He's, I can't remember, he had a desk job or something. But anyway, he goes to Scotland to learn about his history, his family history. She is getting herbs and things, learning about their properties to help in the medical field, what have you. So they're standing stones, and she falls through the standing stones into Scotland before the war, before the Scottish War, before the Scottish and England War. 200 years before her time. So she there meets some Scots, and they take her for an English spy and then take her back to the main castle where they are serving the lord that they're serving, the king they're serving, or the clan, I think clan leader, sorry. How to get it right, clan leader that they're serving, to where she meets Jamie right there in the beginning of the book. So it's their story and how it spans through the ages. So yeah, it is a wonderful, wonderful story. So if you like romance, if you like historical romance, that's it for you. If you don't mind romance and you are the historical person, Diana Goblin does a lot of research, so it's very historical. So, you know, check it out if you haven't already. Yeah, good book. But anyway, so I'm still, you know, like I said, I'm reading YA, but I'm a romance person. I'm a historical romance person. It just depends on the book, on whether or not I'm going to read it or if I'm going to listen to it. For instance, I listened to Craig Johnson's Walt Longmire series, 1, because I like the show, 2, they're awesome books, and 3, I listened to those, so George Goodall, to me, is just Walt Longmire. I think anytime I hear him, like, I watched an interview on YouTube between him and Craig Johnson, and just hearing him, he's Walt to me. That's who it is. That George Goodall's Walt. I don't think I could listen to any other audiobook George Goodall's done without thinking, that's Walt. And I'll tell you how funny that is Stephen King's Mr. Mercedes series, Bill Paxton narrated. And he did a fabulous job on that. So much so that when I was listening to it, I went and saw one of the Halloween movies that he's in, and it's just hearing him and thinking, oh, that's Mr. Mercedes. you know, craziness like that, because you hear him, oh wait, I've heard this voice before. Where have I heard this voice before? Oh yeah, he's reading Mr. Mercedes, you know. That trilogy. So yeah. And the reason why I'm listening to Stephen King books now, sorry y'all again, I'm about to get some more water. Look at that, got through them right there. Those look a little straighter than my first grouping ones. So let's get to the V, and the V is number 13. Alrighty. Let me get a few of those out. And put those in the tray right here. Oops. I don't need that many, but alright then. So let's see there. 1. So yeah, check out Outlander. Check out Sarah J. Maas for the YA. If y'all have any other YA recommendations, y'all drop them down there. I would love to hear some new, different people. And then I can tell you if I read it or not, or listened to it. Alright, so that's all that. So that's a little bit of the snowflake right there. And that's what's in the picture. So the next group that we'll do is I'm going to bring my paper down a little further. I'm going to push the paper up. I got to get these rounds to do right because I don't want them spilling everywhere. Don't want them jumping out of the containers, what I don't want. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, there it goes. Found my tray stopper. Found it on my desk over here where I work. Alright, so I'm going to put those off to the side here. I'm going to move it up so that Wednesday's video will be into less pink and a little bit more white. So, yeah. Alright, so that's it for this one. I will talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a great one. Bye.